Hi everyone, it's Ryan Weinkoop, Extension IT Specialist. One of the common questions I receive is how can I engage my audience, my learners, when I'm giving a workshop or presentation? Well, one of the most popular ways to do that with technology is with audience polling. So you can use polls to get feedback on your presentation. You can use it to kind of create a game, a learning game for your learners. You can use it to be sort of a quiz during the presentation to see if your learners are learning anything. A number of different ways you can use polling and audience engagement. So there's a couple tools out there you've probably heard of. One is Poll Everywhere. That has a lot of different features, a lot of different options. You can use it for free up to a certain point, but then you have to pay if you want the cool stuff. Another option is Kahoot. It was designed for classroom, K-12 classrooms, but it has a lot of really neat features that adults might enjoy too, because it sort of gamifies learning. So it turns learning into a competition and makes it really fun. But another tool you see here on the screen is called DirectPoll. It's completely free. Again, with any free things, it does have its limitations. So we'll go ahead and take a look at DirectPoll. So you go to directpoll.com, and as soon as you get here, you can watch the video if you want to give you a little overview and talks about the features here. But all you have to do is click Create Your Poll Now. As soon as you get here, it's pretty simple, straightforward. Here's where you add your questions. You can only do multiple choice questions, so that is one limitation of DirectPoll. But if you only need multiple choice, then that's not an issue. So you look over here, there are some settings for the questions. You can do a single choice or a multiple choice, so they can select multiple answers to a question or a single answer to a question. When it comes to seeing the results, you can show the results in a percentage or in the number of responses. If you want to turn this into a quiz, you can select to mark a correct answer, and you can hide answers while polling. So if this is more of a private, anonymous poll, you're asking for feedback on how the learners do something, you can hide the answers so people won't see if it's a small group, for example. So I'm going to add some questions here, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we have our questions added, and you can add as many questions as you need to. When you look down here, you'll see the Add Question button. You'll also see this box here that asks for email address. So you don't have to actually create an account to use DirectPoll, which is great because nobody wants to create another account with another password to remember. So the way this works is you put your email address in, and that will save your poll, and it will email you some links. And we'll talk about that in a minute after I go through a few more things. So go ahead and put your email address in, click Save Poll, and this box will pop up. We're going to close that for now. So now you see the links section. So the one clunky feature of DirectPoll is that it works off of different links. So it gets kind of confusing sometimes. So this here is the link you send to, you give to the learners so they can access your poll. When you're ready to see the results or you want to show the results to the learners, to the workshop, you use this link. If you close this out and you want to come back to this to edit your poll or whatever you need to do, this is the link to get to this page we're at right now. So there's a lot of links, a lot of things to remember, but once you figure it out, it sort of makes sense. And you can send this to you again at any time if you forget. You can change the look and feel of your survey, so you can change what it looks like. It's pretty basic. So I'm going to click Save Poll again. The other caveat of this is that your poll does expire in 30 days. So this isn't too big of an issue. If you're just doing a one-time workshop, you can create the poll a week in advance. You have your links, you're ready to go, you're done. But do keep in mind that your poll will expire after 30 days. So I'm going to show you, so let's say we've created our polls, we're done, we're ready to go. I'm going to close this out and open up the email I received. So here's the email you'll get. And like I said, if anytime you need to go back to edit your poll, you're going to look for the cockpit link. So I'm going to open that. And you see here, brought me back to the cockpit link, so we can add more questions, edit our poll, whatever we need to do. Now, when we're ready to start our poll, I'm going to show you, here is the link that you give to your learners. So you get this link in advance, so you can put it on a handout. If you're going to give a handout, you can put it on slips of paper, you can write it up and stick it around the room, whatever you need to do, put it on the screen. But this is the link that people will need. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So you notice if they try to go to the poll before you started it, it says presenter will start the poll. So to start the poll, you just click the start button here at the top. So I've started it. I'm going to go back to our poll, and you see the poll is now active. So you can vote. So there is an option here. Since I've added multiple questions, it's going to do one question at a time. So I have to actually come back as the presenter. I have to click the next button so that the next poll will start. So you just got to kind of pay attention. But that gives you a chance to make sure everyone has responded, or you can make sure that everyone has a chance to answer from a device. So the poll is done. Your votes have been registered. You can close that out. Now let's say you want to see the results. So if you want to show the results to the workshop, to the class, to the learners, you just put the results link up here. So you can see here, so you can see here's the first question. What day of the week is it? So you can see those, and then if we're ready to go to the next question to discuss, you can see that, and you click stop, and that's the poll again. So if you need people to respond again, it puts that up there. I'm going to show you what it looks like. You can actually show responses in real time. So that might be useful in some cases to spur discussion. I am going to go ahead and show you what that looks like. So I'm going to so go ahead and take a look at the screen here. I'm voting from another tab, and you can see the results just showed up. So I need to go and advance the poll so I can take the next question. So here's the next question. I'm going to vote, and you can see the result happened in real time. And when you're done with the poll, you just click stop, and then no one can take it again. But you can still see the results after you've ended it. So if you've tried this out, let me know, share it with your colleagues, and good luck.